right, it is 10:44 my time, and I'm going live, so you're going to get a couple seconds afterwards. But here we are. This is overwhelming. This is absolutely and utterly overwhelming to me. Good morning. So somebody posted that image in the Facebook machine, and I woke up to it this morning, and it hit me like a ton of bricks because it is my unique name and what I do. And as I talked about, especially in our conversation with just in general conversations, we've had a lot of conversations about deja vu, and I've had deja vu, and it's just I dream something, and then I see it, and then there it goes. Partha, because he is so connected, his deja vus are concurrent to what he's doing and thinking. His tuning is such that he sees things in images that the artist doesn't know they're doing, and but the creator influences them because they like to play these games, and they have to reward those people that are tuned at that level. They just have to. It's part of game theory. So Partha gets rewarded, and everything continues to move forward. Partha is the only person that said, "Look, I know you're expecting an EMP with these comments. That's not what's going to happen. I see what you're working with, and I agree with your points of view. Let's wait and see. But I think something's happening the 28th, and I think it's going to be from the sun, and I think it is going to be an EMP." And hey, I'm not looking at the comment thread right now. Something's happening the 28th. Something's happening today, and it is an electrical EMP. It is an electrical event. And we're going to see what will be affected by it. But it's clearly something that we saw yesterday in the videos that we were viewing with the channel Wages World, WAGES WORLD. When I go off air, because I have to work, I'm going to play his videos. He is the one. He doesn't know anything about the Breadcrumbs Project, all right? He doesn't know anything about eschatologies. He's not into that. You know, he's probably a good church-going Christian. You know, he's probably I'm gonna, and I hate to say these things, make horrible assumptions, but his perspective is not expecting what we're expecting. He's just delivering information cold and stale. It doesn't have any, what I'm trying to say is it doesn't have any religious connotation or influence to him. To me it does. To Partha, it's hitting bells like you wouldn't believe if he hasn't seen it already. So he was right. And if the tree is bearing good fruit, then that tree stays in the garden. I'm not a bearer of good fruit. I am not a subject matter expert anymore in any of this. I am a project manager. I started this with my own expertise and my own investigations that yielded great results. And then boom, I hit this thing about the comments, an EMP, and a gathering has happened in this channel that none of us can explain, and none of us can take credit for, but all of us can take full credit for, because it's through all of you that these links have been made. It's all of you that have caused these little breadcrumbs to come together into something that's worthwhile to everybody that comes in, because we provide good information, we provide good science, and we even do a pretty good job of doing a show, because I'm able to tell stories. I'm kind of funny. Funny in a ha-ha kind of way, not funny in an Epic wants to make a joke kind of way. Cat bowl humor is on its way. Yes, we are the Perriati. And look, absolutely, this hit me like a ton of bricks. I cannot tell you how intense it was to see this, because I've seen it before. I had deja vu when I saw it. I'm like, holy crap! And when I present this map to you later on in the day, it'll make very impactful sense to you, because this is the end of the Q map. All right, breadcrumbs comes in at the end of Q map. Why does breadcrumbs come in at the end of Q map? Because I have no association with the Q. I have no militancy. I have no enthusiasm. I have no tribalism. I still don't know what the Q is. But when I saw the Q square, I knew everything that was in there. And I also knew the things in here that I was missing. I don't know why. I don't know how. I just had a premonition. So, so this thing comes into our life, and my life, anyways. And it hit me like a ton of bricks, like the other thing hit me a little while ago. Bam, bam, Gina. I'm not lying to you. This made complete sense to me. None of the other Q made any sense to me whatsoever. But this, not only did it make sense to me, I could speak to it. And there were blind spots in here that I didn't even see. The great solar flash, I didn't see that. I told Partha, I didn't see those words until we had the discussion of the yoga fire. And this was day before yesterday. So I didn't see those words. So this is all unfolding with purpose, direction. And why? I'm drinking coffee. I'm not having coffee with Partha. I'm having coffee with y'all. Partha's in a meeting right now. So why is this important? are as a team. And I am going off and do some stuff. All right, guys, I'll be right back. A lot of stuff to manage the background, and I got to work. All right, guys. Sorry about the problems that we had with the audio. My computer just heated up. It's super hot here in the north, and it's hot. It's not the heat that we've ever experienced, and I'm listening in on my iPad, and just getting everything ready for the conversation that we're going to have with Angel's son. She is coming into the meeting right now. And I have to get all of my little accoutrements going. Get rid of the audio there. Get the camera up here. I see that she is in the meeting. Let's see. Where are we? Where are you, camera? There. All right. Looks good there. Looks good there. Let's get the Zoom meeting going. There you are. Okay. Hang on one. Hello. Let me get things set up for us. That and that. All right. All right. And transition. Zoom meeting. All right. And let me make sure that the desktop audio is up so they can hear you perfectly and wonderfully.
Yes.
All right. I'm on the wrong microphone. Oh, guys, you're going to get the things are moving fast. I have to do this so that you guys don't get the loop. You're going to hear some noises I don't want you to hear, but sorry. Let's set it with microphone. Thank you. All right. All right. Let's see if we've got this going. How are you? Can you hear me?
Yes, perfectly. I can hear you.
All right, people in the stream, how do we sound? Test 1, 2, 3. Angel, please say test 1, 2, 3.
Test 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3.
Guys, you're gonna hear a loop because I'm gonna listen to myself too. All right, yes, we do sound great. All right, welcome to technology. I have no idea what these guys are saying in the comment thread. They are picking on each other. We're picking on me. Everybody's being picked on. The mods have gone on a rampage. What can you do there, Irish?
Yes.
All right, so it's coffee with Angel Hope.
Thank you, Charles. Your coffee is very delicious. Thank you for that.
Thank you so much. And how are you?
I'm just doing fine, definitely.
All right.
And thank you. How about you?
I am wonderful. It's a sunshiny day here in northern Spain. We're not used to it being so sunshiny and so bright because the sun is not normal.
Yes.
We all know that here. I've come into this whole thing fast and furious, and you're aware of the queue that we've talked about the queue. You're probably like me, like, what is the queue? Well, we don't know, but I know that I have to provide good, clean, solid information to a lot of people that are looking for the answers. And one of the biggest things of this has been the solar flash. There's only one culture, theology. I hate to say the word religion, but it's a spiritual practice that talks about the great solar flash, and that provides authenticity from the actual science that we see, because Partha, I mean, he hit another home run, Angel.
He's too busy.
But he's the one that predicted the 28th there's going to be an EMP. We have verified individual YouTuber who has a long history, and that I saw, I'm like, oh man, this guy's on the science, on the real science, not the NASA science. But the things that's the real science, water is wet and comets are not made of ice. So so an EMP is coming. It's hitting today
Yes.
or tomorrow, 28th to 29th, not today, tomorrow. It's going to hit
Yes.
today, depending
Yeah.
on where where you're facing uh, the sun. And so, but it's not one event; it's two events. So
Yes.
both sides of the globe are going to be impacted by the CME. So
Exactly.
both sides of the satellites. How much damage it's going to do, I don't know, or how much good it's going to do, we don't. We're in unknown territory. We have an event. We in this group know about it, and it's
Yeah.
based on the Hindu tradition. So I've set my viewers here up so that we're all synchronized in time and information. You're going to talk to us first of all about the importance of breathing. You can't
Okay.
meditate
Okay.
if you don't
Okay.
breathe right. People are like, oh yeah, I meditate. I sit down, I sit quietly for 10 minutes. No, you're sitting
Yeah.
quiet for 10 minutes. You're not meditating. You know.
Exactly. Exactly.
So, and I don't mean to be rude, but it's just to set everything up for what you're about to share with us. Because in a
Yeah.
second, you're going to have the whole screen. I am going to shut up
Okay.
and listen, but I just need to set up the chapters for what you're fixing to present. First of all, is breathing.
Yes.
Then it's going
Yeah.
to talk about meditation, and then you're going to
Yeah.
calmly translate into, well, this is how Hindu culture practices yoga.
Yeah.
Yoga practices are practitioners are priests.
Yeah.
Everybody
Yeah.
doesn't do yoga in
Oh,
India.
yeah. I think maximum people do. In the midst, what happened? People get scattered, and they might be busy. They get busy. They got busy in their office works and materialistic work life. But gradually, they understood that no, the original way of life is actually yoga. Actually, yoga means union. Yoga. It's not actually yoga, but it's yoga. Yoga means the union of the divine feminine energy and the divine masculine energy.
Yes.
So it's the union of your heart and your brain. It's the union of your body and your soul, spirit. It's like that.
Coffee with Angel Hope, I'm sorry to be like a television host. That's the only training I have to do this. But
Yeah,
that's
it's
that's
okay.
just the smackdown of truth, people. This
Yeah,
is what you're going to get is the authentic thing. So
yeah,
she's corrected me in a loving way, and that's just how you adjust somebody. In chiropractic, you make an adjustment of the spine. It takes a little bit of energy, but everybody feels good. And she had
yeah.
clarity to what basically I understood. So, guys, I am going to give you a full screen of Angel Hope. I am going to be listening, and I'll just pop in if I have to add some correction or clarification, which I know the Western tradition doesn't have.
Definitely.
Look, you're getting all the
Mm.
background stuff.
Yeah.
Angel, tell us about
Yes,
breathing, please.
boss. Okay, so to discuss about the breathing thing, I don't need to share my screen. It's very basic. First thing is that actually breath is called sacred because it connects to uh, us. It connects us to everything around. So, whenever we breathe, we constantly remind ourselves that we are living, and that is the main thing in this whole universe. Actually, that we are breathing, we are living. That's the connection with the divine. And so, first of all, we notice that whenever we are excited, we tend to breathe very fast, like so. Whenever we change this ratio or the pace of breathing, gradually and suddenly, in fact, your whole body or whole mind get balanced. It's a science. So first of all, I have done this actually, it's not my technique, but I have developed this. So it is called 4 is to 6 is to 8. It's not pure anuloma viloma, as our Baba Ramdev said. So it's actually as per the Patanjali Yoga Sutra. So first of all, you have to inhale within 4 seconds, and you have to pause your breath for 6 seconds, and you need to exhale within 8 seconds. It's a divine ratio. Some people do it like 4 is to 6 is to 6, but as per me and my studies, it is 4 is to 6 is to 8. So
And
if
of
you,
course, I'm going to stop you like I did with Partha, so that this confirms everything that I say about Indian people, and when I've worked with Indian engineers, basic Indian technicians, math is a basic functionality of Indian culture, and it's not
yes,
perceived as math as we see in the Western culture, like you're a math nerd.
yeah,
It just pervades life, and you find divineness in the divine ratio, which
yeah,
architects use it, and the Muslims use it when in their architecture and a lot of what they do, because it
yeah,
is a universal ratio. It's not one person. It's not one culture. It's just that the Indian people, not on purpose, but they've closed themselves off to Western tradition by their own traditions. And when Westerners come in, they get completely confused, and Westerners isolate themselves from Indians. Indians are just going to be Indians, and the music is mathematical. And
yeah,
when you can feel the mathematical divineness of the Indian music, and then you can get into the interbeats, is when you
yeah.
feel it. So, guys, please, please take note of what Angel Hope is saying, and I'm just making these corrections. And everything that she has just said, I've known from my own yoga studies. I just can't talk
Yes,
about it because I'm not an expert.
you
You're the
can,
subject
you
matter
can.
expert. Please go ahead,
Okay.
Angel.
So that's the technique. It's a very, I think, handy technique. Anyone can use it for any purpose. You do it once or twice daily, and whenever you need. Actually, if you do it like twice daily, it will be good. And anywhere on your bed while you're walking, you can do this anywhere. So the place should be full with oxygen. There should be oxygen, and that's the requirement. You cannot do it in pollution. You cannot do it in smokes like that.
Okay,
So first of
and
all,
hold
yeah,
on one second, one more time. I talked to everybody in the thread last night that the
yes,
part of breathing that's important is you're pushing oxygen into your system. You're
yeah,
putting clean air into your lungs, not for your
yeah,
lungs' benefit, but it's for your brain's benefit, for
exactly,
your pineal gland, to become
yeah,
energized with the
yes,
what it needs, which is nutrition and oxygen.
yeah,
And there's not a lot of
yes,
oxygen in air, people. It's a minimal amount of the actual composition. So when you're holding your breath, your lungs are getting every bit of oxygen they can. Like, thank you. No, stay here for a little while. Okay, I've left bad stuff in it. Push out what you can for a long time. Okay, now breathe in. And I'm stopping Angel because she's about to do a finger gesture that you do in this breathing. You're not going to use both nostrils in this breathing, okay? She's about to do a
yeah,
finger thing that is so
yeah,
important. Andrew, pay
yeah,
attention. Nemesis, pay attention. This finger technique is key to meditation. Andrew, you asked for
yeah,
this,
yes,
so pay attention. Get off the chat, and the fingers and the count are the most important thing about meditation. Everything else is
yeah.
bullshit. Sorry to use that word, Angel, but I'm talking to Irish.
Okay,
Go ahead.
it's okay. So first of all, I'm not making it too complicated. I have made it for simple people, those people who are going to do yoga or meditation for the first time. So some people get scared. That's why I
They
make it
do.
simple. Yeah, yeah. I simplify it. So no hands, nothing. From this you can start. From this you can start. So you take this, and I start like this. So 4, 6, 8, and I will do a demo. So
Okay.
first of all, yeah, I will take 4 seconds and I will count like this for you.
Yes.
And I will my this finger works little, so it will not rise. It's okay. It doesn't work properly actually.
It
So
misbehaves.
I will count with my fingers. Okay.
Okay.
So first of all, I'm going to inhale, then I will pause, and then I will exhale. So first. So as you can see, I have inhaled within 4, I paused for 6 seconds and then exhaled within 8 seconds. So thing is that while you exhale, you have to do it like whenever you do your tongue while whistle like this,
Yes, yes,
so as we can pause the breath and we can exhale it slowly. Otherwise, we'll do it like
yes.
it won't work like that. We have to exhale within 8 seconds. That's why it's like,
Again, what
and we
you're
are done.
doing is you're feeding your body all the oxygen that you can do it. And it's the mathematical, it's like
Yeah.
working with an engine, man. It is like working with an
Yes.
engine. You deprive
Oh, yeah.
an engine of oxygen of a car,
Yeah.
it dies.
Yeah.
You give it a good bit of oxygen, not too much, it's going to perform perfectly. All right, that
Exactly.
breathing technique is how I've understood it. Now, for just for me, can you do the proper breathing technique with the hand?
Yeah.
Breathing. How does it?
Pranayama. Yeah, yeah. It's a pranayama. It's a form of pranayama.
Can you do
Yes.
Can you do the formal, regular kind for me?
Okay, pranayama. Actually, I do like this. This technique, I use only one hand.
Yes.
Okay, okay. You want to know the normal pranayama?
Yes.
Okay. So if you want to do normal pranayama, you will inhale like this.
Yep.
Actually, many types of forms of pranayama
Yep.
are there. Yeah.
That's how I
So
learned
this
it.
is yeah, this is like one kind of kumbhaka rechaka, and another form is that you have to exert your stomach like this.
Yes. It's
That's
great.
very good.
Yeah.
It's very good for stomach.
Yeah. It is. It is.
Yeah, it's
And it
very
trains
good
your
for stomach.
diaphragm. And the other
Yes,
thing that I
yes,
talked to people about yesterday is when you're doing this breathing, you're trying to
yeah,
do it with your stomach. You're not trying to
yes,
do it with your chest muscles. So you have to learn how
exactly.
to belly breathe at that.
Yeah,
And so the quick
right.
breathing that she's done is something that I've practiced.
It's called
Yes.
bhastrika.
Yes.
Bhastrika.
I can't never pronounce any of that
So
stuff.
after doing jalaneti, because we what we do, we take a utensil of water and we cleanses the all respiratory tract
Yes.
from this side once and from this side once, and after that we do bhastrika because there are particles of water to cleanse the this area. So if we do
Nasal
not
cavity.
do, yeah, yeah, nasal. So if you do not dry that muscles after cleansing it, it might rather cause headache to you.
Yes.
So it's very essential that after doing jalaneti and water cleansing of your respiratory tract, you do bhastrika. That is very important, and for your stomach muscles also, it does good thing.
Yes. And it's and for your diaphragm as well. It
Very good.
it is so. This is fundamental, guys. This is something that I've practiced, and it just excites me to be able, to connect with you, Angel, at this level. If
Yeah,
your brain is not oxygenated, you're not ready for meditation. So
exactly.
we have about 15 minutes left. I hate to. So here's what's going to happen. We're laying a lot of
Okay.
stuff on you really fast and hard. That's what
Yeah,
Partha did to us. And then we're going to come back hopefully later on today and then have a more extended conversation to unpack everything that. But this you have to just get in your head now and come
sure.
back with the questions later. All right.
Yes,
So let's talk about
yes, sure.
meditation.
Okay, first of all, in my actually in my YouTube playlists, I have done all these tutorial videos because I get Reiki clients. They come for healings, and so it's not possible every time to tell them what to do, what
Right.
not to do. So I have, yeah, every time, no, it's not possible.
Yay! Great,
People
great,
ask hundred of questions
good,
like how to breathe, how to breathe, and how to cleanse this, and how to sage, and how to
great,
do this.
guys.
That
All right,
it's not
Epic.
possible.
You have a whole tutorial on all of this. All
Yeah,
right,
video. Yeah.
guys, this is how this is working in
So
this channel, and it's not me doing it. It's just the connectivity of spirit and and understanding the
exactly.
authenticity. So Angel introduced
Yes.
Partha to this channel because she saw authenticity in what I was saying. She knew I was wrong, but she knew I was authentic. and she knew I had a
No,
base of
no, no.
training, but
You're right. You have been right all the time.
I better talk to Partha. And then
Okay.
Partha comes in the thread. I'm like, da, 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 and bombs and bomb and gems and truth bombs. I'm like, oh
Yeah,
God, we got to talk to this guy.
yeah, yeah,
So, so Angel is going to briefly describe some things just to get you started. And those of you who
yeah,
really want to dive deep into this,
yeah,
you're going to be able to go to her channel and dive
yeah.
deep. What is the name of your channel, Angel? It's Angel
Uh,
Hope?
s- so, with your permission, I would like to share the screen.
Yes,
May I?
please.
Yeah,
You have
fine.
it. You already have it.
So.
Oh, this is awesome. The synchronicity.
Yeah.
It is
So,
money.
this is my channel, as you can see. Not a very popular channel, but we work very hard. Not much
Perfect.
people.
Uh-oh. I think we've lost Angel. I don't know if I've lost you. We see her. Angel, I don't know if you can hear me, but I can't hear you. So she may have had an interrupt in her internet. Yeah, she fell out, guys. Um, so she's probably going to come back on shortly and be able to come in here and talk to us. But this is the basics. Um, and she's got it. And you know, I had a feeling, and this feeling just pans out. And she has everything about meditation and all the questions that you can possibly have. Things are happening, and the only people that can really give us the structure and information on this are the people in India because they've hung on to the information and the information thread. Um, the cat bowl has spoken. Yep, the order of the cat bowl has spoken. The fellowship of the crumbs are here and united and speaking truth, dropping truth bombs. I have no idea what's going on in the chat. None. And chances are I probably don't want to know. But what we're doing here to catch up everybody, 55 folk in here. Hello, everybody. I am General Breadcrumb. This is the Breadcrumbs Project. Good morning, everybody. Uh, we are now a united event in everything that we're doing. I have to see something come in Messenger. Uh, all right. Yeah. Reconnect. Uh, I'm still up. My computer isn't overheating, and I'm still in the chat. Technology's being hard on us. You cannot, when you're recording this. All right. Everything looks good at my end. Do, 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 do. Are you able to rejoin the meeting, or should I start a new one? Question mark. Yeah, this is why live TV sucks. Pre-recorded stuff. And for everybody's like, oh, you know, you should be doing more recordings and shorter things. It doesn't work like that. I don't have control of the time. So probably what we're gonna have to do is reconvene this because I have to go to work now. Uh, yeah, somebody was really going to town. I think it was, I'm not gonna use the name. Someone was going to town. You know, this song format of 4 hours of him just talking, it's not working for us. We need short videos and short information. Sorry, American. This is this is not how it works. We come onto a line and boom, it expands for us a part of a point of inquiry. Um, so hey, Annie O'Grady, good morning, everybody. Um, so uh, uh, Angel, I know you're listening. For whatever divine reason, we can't rejoin the Zoom meeting. Angel is in the comment thread, and so she's going to be posting her channel a good bit. I have to go to work for about 3 hours. Oh, here she comes. Bless her heart. I have to go to work for 3 hours.
Hi, Charles. Sorry for connection problem. I'm here.
No problem.
Sorry.
So
Yeah.
I have to go to work here now, and that's
Okay.
not that's a divine accident. I
Okay.
and so like I said, I'm going to post this after my next meeting,
Okay.
and so that people can catch on to it. But you've done the most important thing, that you have your
Yeah.
whole channel that can answer
Yeah.
questions. For the next three and a
Yes.
half hours, your channel is going to
Yes.
be very busy. That's where people need to
Hope
go.
so.
So
Yeah.
we can't unpack all that you have to say, and you feel pressure to do
Yes.
so. So everybody
Yes.
that's interested in what we're going to talk about, build your base of information, do your own research,
Yes.
feel how authentic this is, what you're learning. But
Yes.
what I was saying, Angel, um, is I knew in my heart that the answers to what are happening are in India, and I knew that
Yes.
a month ago, and you heard me say
Yes.
those things. And then when I saw the Q square and you saw the yoga fire, you're probably like, I
Yes.
know what that. And I remember you were in the chat like,
Yes.
you doing parts of
Yes.
both, like, I'm like, what? What
Yes.
is that? I don't know.
Yeah.
So I mean,
So you told me, yeah.
the synchronicity of the Q is global. It's not an American thing. The
Yeah.
people that posted that stuff in the queue knew
Hmm.
exactly what it was.
Exactly.
They had to have Indus Valley, not just Hindu training. It's not just Hinduism. It's going deep in the Indus Valley tradition,
Indus Valley tradition. Yes. Indus Valley tradition.
and all of this has come to me through my third eye, Angel.
Same. Same here.
Oh, it's tingling. Oh, it's going off. I feel like
Yes.
Spider-Man sometimes. So it lets me know when I'm over the target, so to speak, using American military technology, which shouldn't be doing here. All right, Angel. Everybody's going to be going to your channel
Yeah.
in
Thank
three
you.
hours. Do you mind if we can reconvene,
Yeah.
and then we can unpack the
Yeah.
importance of meditation? I think we've already gotten there, but now we need to
Yeah.
understand the Indus Valley tradition and how
Yes.
it
Okay. Fine.
is currently in a little box called the Hindu religion, and then there's
Yes.
yoga over here, and
Yes.
that's how we see it in the West. That's how everybody in the channel here sees it, but you see it like, no, it's in math and rhythm and the music, and it's everything, people, and you're going to
Yes.
explain that to us.
Yes. So Charles, basically, Indus Valley civilization people are professors and advocates of peace, harmony with the nature and the universe, and we emphasize on global peace. The main thing is that stay in balance and or create balance everywhere, spread love and peace, and send positive frequency to the universe and to everything which is good and worthy. Definitely
Yeah,
we can heal and protect everyone.
yeah,
We have to exempt something. So
sure.
yeah.
That's part of
Yeah.
the process, and and you can find the beauty and truth and practice that in India. In India, you are surrounded by that, especially when you get to the villages and you get into the outskirts, and just throughout the Indian villages, you feel that peace and harmony because it's
Yes.
practiced on a daily
And now in
basis,
this session, or
huh?
yeah.
And so,
So am I? Yeah. Okay.
yeah, we have to wrap it up because I do have to go to work. Um, but
Fine. Fine. Fine.
but so everybody knows, uh, you're about to get something beautiful, and this is where the message goes next. Everybody that's looking
Yes.
for the Q information that's coming to the channel,
Yes.
we
Yes.
the Q map has directed us to this, and that's where we're
Yes.
going. And have pen and paper
Exactly.
ready, have a couple of browsers open to go to these links and store them as they are unloaded. But everybody, go to Angel Hope's channel and start to educate yourself on what we're going to be talking about. Angel Hope, namaste.
Thank you.
So much love to you, so much light,
Thank you.
and thank you for your wisdom. I look forward to getting out of the shadows of this and getting in some more light. Angel, talk
Thank
to you,
you.
and I'll text you throughout the day, and
Sure.
we'll firm up the details. But so everybody can expect roughly 3 hours from now, we're going to pick up this
Exactly.
conversation, guys. So you got some work to do.
Yes.
Thank you, Angel
Yes.
Hope.
Namaste. Thank you very much,
Namaste.
Charles.
Namaste.
Yes.
Guys, I'm tingly. All right, so um, this is where we are.
Yes. So I am saying bye for now.
Yes. Goodbye, Angel
See you
Hope.
again. Yeah. Yeah.
We'll see you online soon.
See
Bye.
you.
All right. Let's see. Yeah, this is where we are. So in your bottom right hand corner, all of those words that you don't understand, but Yoga Fire, you can see that. That's where we're at with all of this. And so take a screenshot of this if you want to study it more, or go find your own version of the Great Awakening map. It's all over the internet. Study it. But we've got a lot of work to do. We have to catch up to the queue, and the queue has to get to know us. Yeah, I'm going full steam queue. Absolutely. I'm going 100% queue, um, and talking to our friends. Angel's channel. Epic, if you can pick that up, or somebody in the stream can find, or Angel's going to post it herself, or Rhoda Reporter, if you can throughout the stream keep updating us on what the what or what Angel's channel is. Listen to yourself. I change my mind all the time, brother. That's what learning is. You make certain assumptions, you get an education, and you have enlightenment. Not one of you people on this thing knows it all. Sorry. You're smart, you know a lot, but you don't know it all. We can't. And that's the beauty of what I do. I'm honest in my investigation. And I make mistakes. I close down an investigation. If you want to mock me, if you want to pick on me, fine. But I'm moving on, you know, and I find gold and treasure. And like I've told Partha from the first day that we met, you are an absolute seam of gold. I've knew that we found the seam. All right. I am dropping out. The chat stays open. Rhoda is part of the of Partha's team. They are the epics. They are the nemesises, and Partha is on the stream too. All right, guys. The project manager has done his job. He is dropping out and letting the subject matter experts point the direction. But if you want, you know, you can ask questions to Rhoda, Angel, and Partha while they're on the thread, on the chat. But if you want to answer specific or you want detailed answers that are on the video, don't get mad when they say go watch this video, go watch this video, because there's only so much information you can do in 200 characters, and we're talking to over 50 people. So there's over 50 people watching this. So go do your own due diligence. All right, guys, signing off for now. This is General Breadcrumb, heading to the, you know, I've got bills to pay. I've got bosses. I don't mind saying so. Oh. All right. All right, guys, gotta go. See ya. welcome back, everyone. I'm just popping in for a minute because I had two appointments canceled back to back, which I am so grateful for because there's just so much to unpack. So, not too much playing around. Let's get into what we're supposed to be doing here. There's a lot of just crazy important things happening, and a lot of synchronicities, as Partha and I keep pointing out to each other. So, welcome back to the Breadcrumbs Project. It's good to have everybody here. I have not been following what's going on in the thread because I've been working. So everybody can hear me okay? And I'm doing the headset thing. And I'm just checking the thread. Hi, everyone. How are we? Let me see if I can hear me. All right. Good. Yes. All right. So we're 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 simply just a point of information at this point, and always have been. If you believe in it, or if you don't believe in it, or if you think about it, if you don't think about it, whoever's going to come here is seeking information. They are seeking wisdom, and we have one thing to talk about, and really one thing, honestly, and that is going to be the this square in the cube. Oops, you. So in the Q Great Awakening, all of this is what I'm about. This is what I've been working on all of my life. So all of this makes sense to me. The two parts that didn't make sense to me now make full, unequivocal, undeniable, uns of a million types and a million different stripes sense to me. So this is what we're going to be talking about. This is what we're going to be doing. And there's just a lot of strange anomalies happening. So today the high in Spain, in my area of Spain, was supposed to be 21 degrees, which that's a lot for my area. Last summer, and this I'm talking Celsius, and most of y'all in here are from Europe. In Europe, it's really super early for the Americans. So last summer, we didn't get up to 18 or 19 degrees Celsius. It just doesn't happen. And they were having a big heat wave in Spain, in central Spain. You know, one of these odd heat waves that Partha keeps talking about, which is just indicative of our shrinking, perpetually shrinking magnetic shield. And you have to catch up if you don't know what I'm talking about. But most of you in here, yeah, are 27. Y'all are initiated. So yeah, you have to be initiated kind of to jump in here. So you know, we fully understand what's happening, and we have this part of the Q map that we can talk about, and we're going to be talking about a whole lot. The rest of the Q map, I don't know. I don't know anything about it. Don't want to know about it. I just know about this. This has accurately predicted what is happening. I can't emphasize that enough. It's not the yoga tradition, it's not the Hindu tradition that speaks of this. It's the ancient Indus tradition. And Indus is a word you've heard, but you have to understand it is as ancient of a culture as part of the original people that settled uh, um, the planet Earth before the Great Flood, going back tens, if not hundreds, if not millions of years ago, depending on where you fall on the subject matter. But the Indus people talk about the great culture before the flood. The Sumerians, they talk in depth about the great culture before the flood. The Egyptians talk about the great culture that created Egypt, that created the pyramids, that created, they don't say the pyramids, but they were amazing. And there's nothing in the written record of the pyramids, by the way, in any of Egyptian stuff. There used to be a whole lot of inscriptions on the surface on the outside, a lot of graffiti on the outside of the pyramids on the Giza Plateau, but there's nothing written inside in any of the pyramids except for graffiti. And the Egyptians, after the flood, man, they loved them some hieroglyphs. They were writing shit down everywhere. So you know that the pyramids are pre-flood, and also you needed a ton of iron to chisel those blocks out. I mean, it's millions of blocks of of sandstone, and there's not enough iron in all of the Egyptian culture. There just wasn't, even back then, especially back then, 4,000 years ago, to do that. There just wasn't enough iron. Egypt wasn't a really big Iron Age participant. Yeah, Indus Valley it's it's as ancient as a Sumerian culture. Sumerian culture is starts up right after the flood, teaching us. So, if you really want to get in depth about all of this, and you're already up on meditation, and you're not going to watch the videos from Angel's channel, which you should be watching, then Zachariah Sitchin has a great translation of the Sumerian tablets that were available when he was alive. All right, guys. Any questions? All right, I am jumping off of here in 3 minutes. Uh, oh well, Nemesis. Yeah, you're way up on all this stuff. So you're just like sitting back and with a popcorn. We have to understand the Indus tradition because all the other traditions have just been wiped off the planet. So they're the only ones that can tell us what's happening and when. And for Partha, he doesn't know exactly what's going to happen when, but like all of us, the focus is coming in. It's not too late. I'm not sure what kind of popcorn is available in Ireland. Jennifer, yeah, everybody here, you're going to have to become familiar with the Q map, the Great Awakening map. We'll do a lot of talking of that. The Indus Valley tradition, because they're the ones that are going to be able to clarify what's going to be happening. And there's going to be a lot of Q people coming in over the next several days. And so we're going to have to get them up to speed as to what's happening. So there's going to be a lot of education happening. We may create some side chat groups. I don't know, but I know that a lot of Q folk are going to be coming in. And I don't mind the conversation that's going on in the comment thread. Epic and Nemesis, keep an eye on it. Let's not get disrespectful. Ah, Troy. Well, welcome. Welcome. We're going to do our best to catch you up on everything that this square speaks to. So, bear with us, and we will absolutely do our best to satisfy your questions. The queue sent you to us a long time ago on purpose, and the queue has been training me up. I didn't know it, but here I am. I'm trained up. I'm a good project manager. I'm a good troubleshooter. I'm a good separator of fly shit from black pepper. Um, and we're really tapped into some very, very, very well educated and very well experienced people in the Indus culture. Not just Hindu, but the old Indus culture. And like Partha says, he doesn't do any of the astronomy stuff. He just knows where the stars are and what constellation. He can verify that with his own eyes if he doesn't believe what's on paper, and then that tells him what's happening, and he can interpret it to us. And he's the only one that told us EMP is coming today. Troy, you're a geneticist or genetics background. Okay. Troy, please tell them that there's no such thing as garbage DNA, and that DNA is not anything that evolved. It's complicated, uh, protein-based computer code running 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, faster than any supercomputer on the planet. Our brain is still faster than any supercomputer on the planet. It's a complex language. Thank you for that, man. Thank you. And there's going to be a lot of validation that happens with the different people that come in. So they're going to validate what I have to say. They're going to be, all right, the kid understands genetics. I'm listening. No, don't turn any electrics off. No. No. Because believe it or not, your breakers, your circuit breakers will do their job. If something comes to the power lines, which it won't, because all the power lines, believe it or not, are protected against EMPs. It's just the fundamental way power lines work. They try to stay away from each other's magnetism, and so they're very either grounded or structured to not have any interference with an EMP. Does the nucleus control? Yeah, the nucleus controls everything. It doesn't control it per se, CJ. The nucleus is running the overall code, and it checks DNA to see what's healthy. So there's no control. The nucleus is not going to, hey, I'm going to make this happen. The mitochondrial DNA has its functionality, and it has its own storage, its own database, basically, that it's running in conjunction with the nucleus. So all the nucleus does is check conditions and make adjustments. Checks conditions and makes adjustments. Oh, hell, it's hot outside. Oh, my God. What's the idiot doing? Tanning? All right, skin cells, brain, cool down. So it's just messaging. Yeah, radiation has always affected life forms because we react to certain conditions. We never evolved. We're created by something that's super intelligent. So our body, without us knowing it, I mean, you don't tell your heart to beat. You don't tell yourself to breathe. All that stuff happens because it's code running in the background. All right, guys, I got to get off the air. I got to go. Ciao. Love and light to all of you people. Cha-cha-cha. Here we go. Think good thoughts, do good deeds, and say good things. Peace. Still no sound? Ah, shit. Yeah. Okay, now I got it. All right. I'm pissed. I'm really hot and I've got to deal with all kind of technical issues because all my equipment's overheating. Stop the potty humor in the stream, in the thread, in the comment threads. We have people from India coming, we have people from the queue coming, and we have people from all over the world coming. Brazil, they don't get your potty humor. Stop the potty humor. Stop all that bullshit. I've worked very hard to build a loving, caring community, and these people have felt safe to come in, and all of a sudden I have a bunch of people that are just going to town on potty humor on each other. Fuck that, man. I'm tired of that. I've had to repeat this 5 or 6 times. I'm still just as mad. I can't believe the stuff I'm reading in here. I can't believe the way y'all are talking to each other. I can't believe what you're saying to each other. And we are these at times are so important. If you think I'm full of shit, fine, leave here. And then go look at the sun and you tell me again, does that look normal? I've checked it on an app and everything looks good. Really? Because you're the only one that thinks everything looks good. We're all freaked out. These are some serious times we're in. We have the queue coming here. And we got potty humor. Check yourself. Check yourself. Check yourself. Check yourself. I don't want to see any of that crap in my comment thread again. I don't want to see any of that. You do 3 things here, and 3 things only. You say good things, you think good thoughts, and you do good deeds. Any more bullshit. The disappointment that I have right now is epic. And you know who you are. I have intelligent people in here trying to build intelligent conversations. And then I have somebody's, not just you, there's so many people that come in with their potty humor and their sharp tongues, and they're not willing to listen and learn. You want to hear about meditation? You want to hear from people to India? And you're coming in with potty humor? Yeah, I'm hot. I'm super hot. Takes a lot to get me there. It's no fun. I don't enjoy it. See, I don't enjoy fighting. I don't enjoy controversy. I don't enjoy any of that. It doesn't thrill. I don't like it when people take Mickeys at me to use the lingo. I'm not like that. And people that are coming in here aren't like that either. I know on the island you do that thing. Guys, man, we're on the next level. We're not there with that kind of humor. All right, so the sound is working. You've heard it. This is where I am. And now I've got to calm down. I've got to go into a meeting, and I'm all worked up. You know, I don't like getting worked up. I need you. I need your people. I need y'all to help me, man. I was talking from the soul this morning, and then that didn't mean anything. It's just another opportunity to come in and make fun. It sucks. All right, guys, welcome to the Breadcrumbs Project. Right now, we are going to be talking to Angel Hope in India, and I am getting everything kind of ready. Right there, get that. All right, let's go ahead and get ready. Where are you?
I'm here.
You're there.
Hi, Charles. Hi, everyone.
There you go. Hi, Angel.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you indeed.
And welcome to the Breadcrumbs Project again, part 2 of your very awesome lecture that you gave us. to start out with, which was just plenty and overwhelming for me at least. And I've learned so much. Every conversation that we have, I learn oodles and oodles and oodles. So thank you just for all that you do for us.
My pleasure.
And so you are up. We are live. Hello, and uh, go ahead.
Namaste, and I think I
Namaste.
can use my screen. So
Yes.
without making delays, I will.
I,
I'm going straight to my YouTube channel's playlist. This is the procedure of candle Tratak meditation. I would like to play it for a while, but I will. It takes much time. I think. Okay, fine. So it's about how to do a candle meditation. It's a very basic kind of meditation. Everyone who hasn't done meditation prior, they can try it. It's safe. So first of all, it's been a long video, so I will just brief it. You need a candle definitely, and before doing a candle meditation, you need to sage yourself. Take an agarbatti or just some smokes you need to clear your energy. It's very important, and beforehand, it's preferable that you take a bath or you get freshen up. So you can take a salt bath also. So are you listening?
yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
And by just because I don't want to interrupt at all, that I'm letting you talk, Angel. But ritual purity. Every religion has that bathing before spirituality. Ritual purity. Judaism is a deep believer in it. The Celtic tribes here, the Romans, the Greeks, they all practice immersion in bathing, and they were physically clean, and they had incense to clean to ritualize the air, and then
yeah.
then practice their rituals.
Very essential, Charles. You're right. In fact, I love perfumes, and I wear every day, like day and night. It's very
Excellent.
important to clear your energy before doing any kind of meditation, and it's very important to draw a protection grid before you do a meditation or any kind of spiritual practice.
Okay.
So, how to do a protection grid, I will teach later. But first, we are going to do the Pratak meditation. It's also called the Jyoti dhyana or Jyoti Trataka. Jyoti means Agni, definitely, and the candle itself, and Trataka means just staring. So it boosts the power of your third eye.
Right.
Definitely, it gets cleansed, and your pineal gland gets activated if it's not already, and your emotions will get balanced, and you can release your past karma. It's very deep. So you just light a candle
Okay.
and you do the 4 is to 6 is to 8 meditation, all 6 to 7 rounds beforehand. Do the pranayama or the breathing technique. Then you stare to the flame, candle flame, for at least 15 seconds for first time. You have to do 4 rounds. You 15 just see it, gaze the candle flame for 15 seconds. Then you have to like close your physical eyes, and you must see the candle flame from your non-physical eyes from this side. Yeah,
That's what I
that's
was
the
doing
main
wrong.
exercise. Yeah, that's the main exercise.
So
Some
your
people
eyes are closed.
yeah, then
Uh,
you have to see the candle flame with your this eye. Some people what do they do, just gaze the candle, and oh, no, it's not going to happen like this. You have to focus here. And what happens?
Angel, no, 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 no. You make perfect sense now. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for that.
So, if you don't focus this middle point, just where the third eye lies, the seat of the soul, we call the Agya Chakra. If we do not focus here, it will go here and there. The flame itself goes here, sometimes here, here. So, whenever we focus, it comes to this point. It's very proved. So after that, you see, you just don't let come any other thoughts to your mind, and you open your eyes. Some people tell that you stare and gaze the candle flame to the point when your eyes get teary. Please don't do that. it might harm your, it might, you know,
Do retina
harm
damage.
your eyes tissues. Yeah, yeah, that's very bad.
It's not about your.
Don't,
It's not
no,
about your
no,
actual eyes.
advisable.
It's your third
No, not
eye.
at all.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
great news. Thank you.
yeah. So you can actually tinkle like this, no issues at all. So you have done it like first time 15 seconds, then close your eyes. Then whenever distractions happen and you see the focus point, after some time like 1 minute or 20 seconds, 30 seconds, you open your eyes and you then gaze again. But at the last time, whenever you do for the fourth time, the last time, final round, what you do, no thoughts will come actually. For the beginners it might come, but for me doesn't, there's nothing, it's all blank.
Wow.
So last time when I gaze, you know, the last round, it will become redder and more purpler. So you say thank you, or I'm grateful and I'm humbled on your mind, and you give a namaste, because that is the main thing. That's the portal actually. We'll talk about it later. So that's the candle meditation, and then you thank and you open your eyes and water your eyes. That's the candle meditation.
That is amazing. That is
And
amazing.
what, yeah, and what it will do, I want to show you. Perhaps you have heard about, because you are, I know you are a yoga practitioner, you have heard about Shushumna Nadi, right? Pingala, Shushumna, Ida. There are three nadis. I don't know the exact English word for nadi. Um, no, it's way where energy, from where energy comes, and it's a spine. It's
Okay.
in our spine. Yeah, it's inside of our spine. So there are three nadis. Pingala, that is character. Sorry, that is always connected with the sun. Ida, always connected with the moon.
Sure.
And the Shushumna Nadi, the balance Nadi, the balancing Nadi, it is in the middle. That's the balancing point. After doing candle meditation and any kind of spiritual work, especially candle meditation, these two Nadis will get balanced and the energy will flow from the third point, that the Shushumna Nadi, balance. So this is a Google link, Nadi Yoga. It's a part of yoga. Nadi sadhana, we call it. So nadi is a tube, pipe, nerve, blood vessel. Pulse is a term for the channels through which in traditional Indian medicine and spiritual knowledge, the energies such as prana or the physical body, the subtle body, the causal body are said to flow. Within this philosophical framework, the nadis are said to connect at special points of intensity, the chakras. So see, this is Shushumna Nadi, always connected with the sun energy. This is Ida, and this is Shushumna, the middle one. See, so people can read this entire thing.
Well, and here's the interesting thing, because I do practice yoga, and I've heard a lot of this, and we understand it as the chakras. But everything
Yeah.
that you've said is absolutely new to me, and the way you present
Okay.
it means, well, as far as I know, I've been mistaught because it's a bunch of Westerners, and what we do in the West,
Chakra.
we we
Yeah.
we pick and choose what we like. You know, what sounds pretty, well, that's what we're
Okay.
going to carry away. But everything that's really complicated, we just let that sit there, and we don't give full education to people. I hope that makes
Actually,
sense.
chakra system is also there. Chakra system is also there.
Sure.
It's like that. This is the Nadi system is the basis of the chakra system itself.
Yes.
So
All right.
when you know the nadis, you can work with the chakras more elegantly. Yeah, and whenever a person is whenever a person can bring balance in everyday life, when he is balanced, he can act from a place of balance and peace. He can forgive people, and forgiveness is very essential. Balance is very essential. Universal love, unconditional love is very essential for everything to sustain in this universe.
But it's very difficult, and not for you,
For,
but
for me, it's easy. I think
yes, but
sometimes it's difficult. Yeah,
yeah,
sometimes it's
but for
difficult.
the West, it's virtually impossible. There's just nowhere in the West that you can find that kind of acceptance, that kind of love, that kind of peace.
Yeah.
You go to
Oh,
India, and
yeah.
especially if you go to the outskirts of India, I mean, you just feel it. you know, and it's very hard to be a Westerner and do Westerner things in India because it's not funny. It doesn't have the same movement. It's rural India is a place of just peace and of
Yeah,
giving and of just spirituality.
yeah. So very right, but I think don't think like that. I think Westerners are also doing wonderful job, work, projects like you. So I don't see like that.
Yeah, no, no,
And
you're right.
mudras also, Charles, as we can see. See in yoga, there are some mudras and pranayama. Pranayama we did, dhyana we did. Mudra, I want to tell you that this is called Chihna mudra,
Yes,
thumb and index and thumb.
yes.
Whenever we do pratak meditation or any kind of meditation, it's better that your left hand face towards the earth and do the Chihna mudra. And same mudra, whenever you points towards the earth, it is called the. Can you see?
I am. Yeah, absolutely. I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I'm
So
doing it
this is
too.
the Agya mudra. Yeah,
Okay.
it's like receiving the energy from the universe, and it's like giving energy to Mother Earth for transportation. Transmutation means the um, transformation of negative energy into positive energy.
Beautiful.
So it's like, yeah, giving energy, receiving energy. Everything is balance.
All right. So,
Here also balance. Yeah.
so the left hand faces up and the right hand faces down, right? Or is it the other
No,
way?
no. Left hand
Left hand is down
down.
and right
Yeah,
hand
down,
faces
up.
up. All
Yeah,
right. I'll be doing that
yeah.
today.
Yeah, thank you. So you are also telling about Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, sorry, in Indus Valley civilization. So whenever we are talking about Indus Valley civilization, some kind of Google images, popped up. There were beautiful cities. Actually, Mohenjo-daro and Harappa were very beautiful and greatest cities of Indus Valley civilization. An interesting fact is that Charles, can you hear me? I'm not
Yes.
sure actually.
No, you're doing
I
fine.
can't. Cannot see you. Your picture was, only comes. That's why. So there were no provisions of toilets. Tell
Okay.
me, and it's not in open sources.
All right, guys. This hit me like a ton of bricks when we were talking about it prior to coming on air. And the
Yeah.
reason you can't see me, Angel, but
Yeah.
if you open up a window and open up YouTube, it'll be a little bit of delay,
Oh.
but
Yeah. Yeah.
you can hear and see
Yeah.
yourself,
Fine.
um, and that'll do. Okay, this is a very sophisticated place. It is the
Yes.
structure and the architecture is absolutely unique
Perfect.
and perfect. Yes, it's mathematically. It has all the what do you call it? The hidden the perfect numbers. Uh,
Yes.
and so go up a little more. Go up to the big picture up top and stay right there. Uh,
Yeah.
um, so if you look at National Geographic, they always
Yes.
render it as like a village and very prehistoric because it's 5,000 years ago. Because everything's
Mm.
5,000 years ago, right? Everything that's
Obviously.
ancient, it has to fit into
Yeah.
that Iron Age thing.
Yeah.
Because if it's super
Mm.
sophisticated and it's not in the Iron Age, it doesn't fit academia, and everybody loses their
Yes.
PhD. Um,
Yes.
but if you look at the actual archaeology and the actual ruins themselves, it is
Yeah.
incredibly sophisticated and
And beautiful.
and beautiful.
See this. See this. So beautiful.
Yeah, and it has the
And these are
ratios.
not, yeah, and these are not imagery pictures. Actually, these pictures, I think, were drawn by archaeologists themselves, or maybe they are helping some artists to paint this or to
Sure.
draw this. I think, yeah. So one interesting fact I
Oh,
already told
and
that
and
there
and
were
and,
there
and
were
let's before we go there, please please understand that there were no toilets at this.
yeah, no
There were
toilets.
no toilets here, and
Yeah,
we've never found an archaeological site that had people there for
yeah,
whatever reason. Every temple, anything, you always have there is a cesspool. There's some kind of toilets. You don't want to find it. It's not the greatest
yeah.
find,
Exactly,
but
exactly.
anything that had any kind of structure, of course, would have a latrine, and so
Yeah.
we know by our own studies that that we have Adam and Eve, and after
Yes.
Adam and Eve were expelled from
From the
the
heaven.
Garden of Eden, which
Eden. Yeah.
yes, Eden or Eden, like, and in our mind, it looks a lot like this. This is how kind of the gardens are placed and where God walked has a lot of similarity to this. But when they were expelled, they had to grow their own food and butcher their own food and cook. And Eve had to give
Eat.
birth. Yeah, they had to eat.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
and Eve had to give birth, and that was painful.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Exactly.
and of course they had to do excretions, and they saw themselves as naked, and they had to do excretions, which is just gross to everybody. So being human has its benefits, but also it's a great burden. So
Yes.
this can point to comfortably someone that studies as we do. Wow, this was a Garden of Eden time where our
Yes.
bodies and it's quite easy for our bodies to work off of sunlight. We don't
Yes.
have to have that process of excretion. DNA
Yes.
DNA can get energy from anywhere. Grass gets
Yes.
DNA gets its energy from the sun. Why can't we?
Yes. Yeah.
And the great creators actually had that all going on. So
Yes.
let that please. This place is very ancient. It's not 5,000 years old. It's pre-flood.
Yes.
Uh, anybody
Yes.
anybody that's honest
Pre-flood. Yes.
anybody that's honest
Yes.
about the archaeology at this place, and I know this place quite well, except the way
Yes.
Angel Hope is presenting it to me is so brand new. But I knew it was a place
Yeah.
that suffered a nuclear style event.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
the timelines don't
Exactly.
make sense, and every time it comes up, any professional archaeologist or academic goes, but look over here. That they can't talk about it. They're just like,
Yeah.
oh, don't start with the ancient aliens crap with me. And now you're like, all right,
Yeah.
fine.
Yes. So but we have you can see that everywhere it is called like atom bomb, nuclear war, or atomic explosion. But actually, I personally feel after studying this all that actually this is EMP event. See,
Sure,
everything become rock.
sure.
Everything has become like rock. And in fact, the word ancient you have just uttered, and I've just remembered that evidences. This is a site called Vaimanika Shastra. This is site where they information of historical aeronautics and the present and the future aeronautics in the world.
So this
And
go back to the title again, real quick. Real quick. Just
Vaimanika Shastra site with the blog is brought under vaimanika.com project to provide information of historical aeronautics and the present and the future aeronautics in the world.
yeah,
So it's a blog. They have their research work, and they have got evidences of nuclear explosion in Mohenjo-daro.
yes,
Definitely nuclear, yeah. And luckily, those provinces were near Sindh, Pakistan, and actually, what happens? I think there's a due to solar flash, and after getting hit by the solar flash or the EMP, even everything has become rock. And recently, not that recently, I think some years before, Mr. Ex-President Obama, respected, visited Afghanistan. The word ancient is there, so I can show you some links of newses. It was in news also
yes.
that 5,000-year-old Vimana found in Afghanistan.
And guys, this was not in the U.S. news. This was not. This did not make the American news. Anytime
Yeah,
President Obama went to the Middle East,
yeah, yeah. Middle East
we had
to
no idea where he was going.
Yeah, so actually, mystery behind India's oldest civilization, Mohenjo-daro. There are many videos. In fact, guys, you can watch them by yourselves also. That's not take much time of Charles because our time is very limited. In this video also, it is shown that in Afghanistan, some parts of ancient aircrafts were found, ancient and Vedic time aircrafts, where those were transformed into rocks. and maybe Mr. Obama finds some clue, maybe some archives, secret archives. I think you can tell it about it better than me.
Well, yeah. Uh, and again, I'm just thinking about the past and what had happened. So,
Yeah,
if you're in the military and you have rank, it doesn't mean you have access to everything, and not every
yeah,
president has access to
yeah,
all the U.S. government. His
yeah,
access is restricted to a need-to-know basis. For
yeah,
any kind of event, he is briefed. He doesn't go
yes,
to places to see what's happening. So, clearly,
yeah,
President Obama was very volatile. All of his staff was very volatile.
yes, yes,
His CIA chief,
yeah,
his NSA chief, they were all not right. So during that
yeah,
time, the Pentagon and anything that was
yeah,
secret just hunkered
yeah,
down and waited out the 8 years. And they'd come in and ask
yes,
questions, and they'd be like, "No,
yes,
sir, we don't know what you're talking about. That can't, no, sir."
yeah,
All of a sudden, President Trump
yeah,
comes in, and the Pentagon says,
yes,
"Yes, we've got UFOs.
yes,
Yes, we have proof of aliens, and yes, the weather we're losing our magnetic shield." Um,
thank God.
you know,
Thank God. Finally, it's a victory actually, I
yes,
feel.
yeah, you can breathe freely a little bit more now. So the Q has
Yeah,
been hunkered down for a long time. The Q map
yeah,
is not an American map. The Q map
yeah,
is a global map. You know,
yeah,
we noticed it in America, and we ring the bell of the Q, and we think it's all about President Trump. No, the Q has been going on for a long time.
yes,
QAnon and the drops that they had to do was very important. Information
definitely.
within misinformation. Those who
Yeah,
know what to hear, they can hear it.
yeah.
And
So, yeah.
go.
So the Vimana said to be used in Mahabharata, the ancient whatever aircraft, which was found in Afghanistan. 8 American Marine soldiers were deputed to take out it from the cave and disappeared during their mission in 2012 due to secret energy cover. So it is said that world's most powerful Mr. President Obama, ex-president, British Prime Minister, then President, France President, and Germany Chancellor Angela Merkel made secret visits to Afghanistan with a week's time of happening in 2012. So it is called that actually in Mahabharata and Ramayana and Vedas, this type of aircrafts
Okay.
were explained in those epics. It confirms that Indian science and technology was most advanced during ancient Vedic period. Now rigorous researches are being done by US. NASA started study of Indian Sanskrit literature through in Germany Indian Sanskrit study. So yeah, he's a research scholar. So Dr. Bharat Raj Singh. People can subscribe to him and see his subscribers 19K.
Yeah.
Not very popular. Little people, very little people are after true knowledge.
Yep.
What to say?
Yeah. No, I'm the same way. I don't want to have a large following. But look, he has over 2 million views and two
Yeah,
thousand
yeah. He has good views. Yes,
and over two
yes,
thousand thumbs down, which
yes.
means he's rubbing people the wrong way, and and you subscribed to the channel. That's very nice of you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Everybody
subscribe.
else, please do the
I need,
same.
I need knowledge. I need wisdom.
So yeah, we all do, and we're finding it. Thanks for what you're sharing with us. So yes,
Yes,
Obama was not allowed, obviously,
yeah,
to see Area 51. He was not allowed.
yes,
He was not allowed the secrets to the kingdom.
yes,
So he had to go find it himself, and so he was going to confirm things. Of course, Angela Merkel and the Chancellor of the President of France, those
yes,
were in the know back then. They're like, oh, thank God, we finally have this information, and U.S.
yes,
approved.
yeah,
And yeah, everybody's been acting different after
yes,
at a certain point in Obama's presidency, some stuff really changed, and the EU as
yes.
well. And Angela Merkel has really hung on to that power, and not letting it go. So it's all for a reason.
Yeah, definitely.
What the the Hindu religion and oh, and by the way, if you want to get any deeper information on meditation, please
Yes.
go to Angel Hope's channel
Yeah.
and do a lot of
This
video
is
viewing.
my channel. This is my channel. Don't get discouraged by the views. Definitely, you
Yeah.
have to watch. Then the views will increase. And actually, I don't think about the views. Just I'm just doing karma yoga. Perhaps you have heard it.
Yes.
Karma yoga. Do
Karma.
your do your job or do your duties and vest the responsibility of getting or receiving fruits of that work to Almighty.
And
So I'm doing,
as we say in the queue, as I say we,
yeah,
trust the plan.
yeah,
And that's what Partha keeps trying to tell me.
yeah,
He keeps trying to tell me,
yeah,
don't do all this survival. What are you doing? I'm like,
yeah,
it's what we do. We're Americans. We oh right, yeah, we got something. We've got tools
yes,
and we've got things and we got stuff,
yes,
and so we're gonna beat this thing. And Partha's like,
yeah,
trust the plan. Oh,
yeah,
right, trust the plan. Um,
yes,
Angel, and something I talked to you about earlier, and I'll
yeah,
bring up some pictures in a little while.
yeah,
We were supposed to have 21 degrees was supposed to be our high today, which is outrageously high
yes,
for oh my goodness, for my area. All right,
hmm,
they don't know how to function with that kind of temperature in northern Spain at all.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
northern India is the same way. Like someone from northern
yes,
India comes down to Mumbai, like,
yeah.
I'm going back north because y'all don't need. I don't need to
It,
be doing this. Humidity and heat are oppressive, and if you're not ready for it, you can't handle it. You remember
yes,
when we started our conversation? How long ago? How long ago did we start?
I think I didn't check actually. I think 45 minutes to 50 minutes, I think.
Okay.
Yeah,
So I told Angel that our predicted high today was 21 when I woke up this morning, 21 degrees
yeah,
Celsius. And
yeah,
when we started the conversation 45
yes.
minutes ago, it was 28 degrees Celsius.
Oh,
Okay,
oh,
that is a major swing. We don't get 28 degrees here. And I
yes,
and I'm noticing the people they're starting to like wonder what this is hot. The sun is starting
yeah,
stronger than normal. They don't understand.
yeah, yes,
Okay, Angel, the current temperature right
yes.
now is 31
Um,
degrees Celsius here. I'm at 31.
okay. Oh, it's too much.
But do you understand? It's supposed to be 21, and we are off by
Yeah.
10 degrees Celsius. You American
So,
listeners, 21 degrees Celsius is roughly 78-ish, 70, no, 72. I would say 72. Uh,
yeah.
and 31 is close to 90 degrees. So
Yes.
we should be in the 70s, but we're at
Yeah.
90 and climbing. And yesterday we were right under 90. We were right at 30. So every day it is getting hotter and hotter significantly in the northern climates. The south and the normal climates that are along the equator, they're just about the
Yeah.
same, if not cooler, because
Yeah.
the intensity of the sun is shifting because
Increased. Yeah.
we've lost so much shield. So we're getting
Yes.
stronger sun, and it's going direct, and yeah, it's going to be hitting the north. So EMPs today, they're hitting.
Yeah.
What they do, we don't know.
Fingers. Fingers crossed.
Well, we.
I'm very nervous.
Oh yeah, me too, me too, me too. There's a part of me
I'm
that's very.
praying, meditating. We
Yeah,
can just pray.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. And here's the thing, okay, guys, we don't know what the EMPs are going to. We have no clue. But the only
Yeah.
reason we're here talking about EMPs on the 28th is because Partha was screaming at us um, a week and a half ago dropping the this. And after I talked to him, he was as humble as pie. He said, it may happen the 23rd. Yes, those two comets are going to come close, and they're going to have
Yeah.
some kind of joining, but it's not what you think. I'm like, but Partha, energy, electricity, and Partha's like, I know energy, I know electricity, but I know what's going to happen here. I'm like, all right, I trust you, I have faith in you, you know, and all I had to do at that point, from this point on, is listen
Yeah.
and clarify for the people that are watching, and that are coming seeking knowledge,
Yes.
the education that you provided, and of course, Partha is the master of these studies, and that's,
Yes. Yes.
he's not the master.
He's a master.
Yeah, he's not.
Master of masters.
Yeah,
But
he's not a master of me and you and our souls. He doesn't want that, but he is a master of astrotheology. He's a master of astrology. I mean, for him, he's just like, singing a song. He's like doing his astrology, teaching us. He's like, "Brrrr." I'm like,
brr, yeah, yeah, it's like that.
whoa.
Sometimes we need to like he's like a rocket, and I'm like a jet plane. Sometimes we need to stop him.
Yeah,
He's so fast,
and
so fast. But
and I
yeah,
do, and I let everybody know that this is the first brush. We're going to keep unpacking this. So there's so
yeah,
much time that Partha has let me know that we have time. So there's time to
yes,
unpack a lot of these things, that we are
yes,
not in the rush that I felt like we were in. But we were in a rush because we have
yeah,
to do our part in this
yes,
process. And we're obscure. And in our obscurity, we have truth on our side, and we have passion, and we also have, a depth of work. We it's kind of like our resume. We have,
yes,
it says, no, I just didn't start saying this, 2 weeks ago. I've been talking this
yes.
nonsense for 3 years, so, but the nonsense that I've been talking has actually come out to be the truth, and the
Most
truth
sensical things,
has.
most sensical things. The nonsense is.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I've always called it being counterintuitive, but it's only because the truth, has been there to hide itself from us on purpose. This is not an evil thing. It's not. And I keep trying to tell everybody, no, this is not a new world order. This is not all of that. It's not political. It's just, we were designed to have amnesia of our past. We were designed to have this age be one of decision of our own souls. You know, People have been free to leave America and go to India and live in that peace in one way or another.
Most welcome.
Yeah,
Most welcome.
yeah, and Indians who have a passion for technology, or who want to succeed in a financial sense, they find great reward in America. And so, we're not all the same. Just because you're an Indian doesn't mean you're like Angel, and just because you're an American doesn't mean you're like Charles. And so, you know, we all play our part. But mine has just come to the forefront, and like you said in an earlier conversation, um, there, our creators, the people that help us, whatever you want to call it, uh, they teach us things while we're sleeping. It's called dreams,
Yes.
and that's where visions come from. That's where, when you experience, deja vu, you've got a dream
Yeah.
that's embedded inside of you, and then when you visually see it, or you smell it, or you hear it, it triggers something, and you're like,
Yes.
I've just been touched spiritually. I'm on the right path here. I'm supposed to be here. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. I shouldn't feel
Exactly.
discouraged. This is for me. And and when you get really sophisticated, like where Partha is, his synchronicity, the messages he sees are messages that have been layered in at a higher sophisticated level, which are the struggling artists who are like, I don't know why I have this in my head. I must put this down. Um, I'm sure you've heard of Picasso, right? The Spanish
Yeah.
artist. And,
Yeah.
and most of the people here in the chat stream, have heard of Picasso. Here in Spain, where Picasso's from, he's only legend when he's older. But when he was
Yeah.
younger, he lived in a town called A Coruña, which is 3 hours north of where I am, and I visited. And per
Okay.
chance, I had a chance to visit his childhood home, and
Wow.
a person there that manages it is an artist, a passionate artist like him as well, and she feels connectivity. And the quote unquote problem with Picasso was that he couldn't stop drawing. He couldn't stop painting. And when he mastered one level of painting, which was the Impressionist, which in his youth he could draw a picture like you could draw a painting like you were a picture.
Yeah.
And he like I
Yeah.
achieved this. This is nonsense to me. He went into Cubism, and Picasso took journeys because he had something in his mind that kept burning and burning and burning,
Yes.
and she was able to communicate that to me, and
Wow.
we had a real connectivity. I was like, and that happens to you too, don't you? She's got, I've got to draw. I have images, and I must draw them. And to me, they tell a story, but I can't tell the story to anybody else because they think it's nonsensical.
Yes.
And so I said, you suffer the curse of Picasso. She says, eso es porque estoy aquí. Porque estoy aquí. Picasso's the only
Okay.
person that understands me. That's why I'm here. Picasso's the only person that understands me. And then she said, and you do too, don't you? I was like, yeah. Hug, tears, kisses, and away we go. It's the cancer in me. I'm a cancer. Um,
Okay.
but it was a very,
Charles, you're a Cancer?
yes.
You're a Cancerian. Okay, I'm a fish.
Oh, you're Pisces.
Yeah, I'm a fish, and with all traits of the all the zodiac signs, and my ascendant is Leo.
Okay.
So
What?
I'm bit of a fire and water.
And what is my ascendancy? I'm July 1st, 1965.
Yeah.
Or am I a descendancy? What am I?
Oh, I have to calculate it. I cannot
Oh,
tell
all
you
right.
like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'm July
I have
1st,
to do it. Okay.
1965. If you get a chance to calculate it,
Yeah, sure, sure, sure.
65,
I
65.
will.
I just
1965 July,
one.
first of July, 1965. Five and time and place.
It was Waco, Texas, roughly 2 o'clock in the morning. Waco, Texas,
To
WACO.
Waco,
Waco,
W
WACO.
A U, Waco Tech. Okay, fine. I will send you full horoscope
That's
after analysis
that's amazing.
to your mail. Yeah.
That's amazing. Now here in Partha talked about it in public, so I can say it. Uh, and Partha,
Yes.
he when we first met, I've said a few times in the stream, he kept asking me what my date of birth was, and I thought he was doing
Okay.
like you two, to do something nice to give me an astrological reading, because of course Partha doesn't have to do the calculations; he'll just do it right off the top of his head. But
He does very beautiful analysis, and actually Partha and I, we as a team also provide astrological service
that and that's what
around the world.
and that's what I thought he
Yeah.
was doing. But he had some other reason to ask me, and he said he had a very powerful feeling from me. And so by the
Okay.
third time, an Indian loses his patience about the third time. He goes, "What's your date of birth?"
Okay, we'll do it for you.
Yeah.
We'll do.
So I give him my date of birth, and he
Yeah.
paused in silence, and he didn't have to do anything. He didn't move. He didn't say
Okay.
anything. And
Okay.
I am 10 days older than his guru that opened his third eye.
Okay. Okay. He told me the story. Yes. 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 Yes.
So there's no such thing as at this level of spiritual synchronicity and stories,
Yes.
you don't have coincidences when you have a 10-day gap like
Obvious.
that.
Obviously. In fact, an interesting thing I want to share with you. You are a Cancer, right?
Yes.
So I'm a fish, and actually moon sign wise, I'm talking. And Partha is a Virgo, like a
Yes.
girl. So the girl actually holds the Aquarius, like the that pot, and she sits near an ocean actually.
Right.
The psychology was that. So we are very close. The girl is sitting at the beach, and you, the Cancer, and I am the fish. We are also together in. We are also with him.
Wow, we have astrological meaning and reference. Yeah.
Friendship.
Yeah.
Astrological friendship zone.
Wow. And so, and Angel is, of course, not. I don't know how aware of the Q you are. I don't know anything about it. We've just become aware of it, but we understand now, as the more of us that begin to study it, that the Q is actually a very ancient thing that's been going on for quite a while.
Yeah.
It just came to the surface in America because of the political situation, and we still don't understand all those connections. So what you bring in your knowledge and wisdom helps the people that are coming from the queue understand the synchronicity of what is written in Indian terms that is on the queue map. So you and Partha are going to keep bringing clarity because the change is happening. It's 31 degrees
Yes.
here in northern Spain. They don't do that. You know,
Yeah.
the big joke, by the way, in southern Spain, they get 30 degrees, no problem, during the summers. But, and
Yes.
it's usual for them. So everybody in southern Spain, last year they had a super heat wave. It got crazy hot, 30, 32, 35 degrees. They were cooking in southern Spain. And the joke is,
Yeah.
in all of Spain, I'm in the Galician region. Galicia is the region that I'm
Yes.
in. They said,
Yeah.
no, I don't want to find a friend with a pool anymore. This heat is ridiculous. I want to find a friend with a house in Galicia, and that's where
Oh,
I'm going. That's where I want to be for the summer because it just stays so
okay.
cool here all the time. We're notoriously for just wonderful, breezy temperatures. Never,
Yeah.
never above 20. Never, 19, 18 is a strong summer here.
Beautiful.
We're at
Beautiful.
we're at 31 today and climbing. It's completely abnormal. So
Weird.
we all know that the sun does not look right. We all know the sun is not behaving right, historically speaking, the way we know it. So
Yeah.
again, if anybody is trying like play both sides of the fence, well maybe, well no, something is happening. And then we have the video from the gentleman that studies the sun, which we're going to talk about some more later on today. That is saying the EMP event's coming. It's going to be today, and that's where Partha came in, and the synchronicities have happened.
Yes.
So we have Troy McDavid in the thread right now in the commentary, Angel, and he came in
Yes.
pretty early and said, "I'm part of the queue,"
Okay. Wow.
and he's not going to say what level, and we all don't know. None of us really know what level we play at.
Okay.
But he is a geneticist. He has a background in geneticist, and
Wow.
I hit him with some genetic stuff that I have a very deep background in genetics as well. I've been studying genetics, and of course I'm a network
Okay.
engineer with programming experience. Why not? I am going
Okay.
to study
Yeah.
genetics because it's programming.
Beautiful people.
Yeah, it's
Beautiful people with beautiful minds.
yes. And so I understand genetics. He did too, and we did a little bit. You know how you do in programming or anything. Where are you in your level? And so we went, we're there. He just let us know the Q is ancient as it parallels DNA in process.
Yes.
Okay, everybody, please hear that. The
Yeah.
Q is parallel with DNA. So the Q, and when it talks about space stuff and
Yeah.
crazy space shit that you guys can't even wrap your head around, I'm sorry for the
Yeah.
profanities, Angel, but I have to talk to certain people as well. Um, there, it's legitimate, guys. You can look at that Great Awakening and say, all right, because this channel is not going to live in doubt anymore. I've just had too much
Yeah.
happen this month,
Yeah.
this very month, every day. And Partha, I was like, when he first started to open my third eye, and I was like, and he knew I was full. He was like, "You're done for, aren't you?" And I'm like, yeah. And I was like, "Well, tomorrow's tomorrow. Tomorrow, let's do this again." And he goes, "Yes, tomorrow's a new day." And I was like, you're happy. I mean, the connectivity that we have was a relief to him. That he has a complete stranger that validates all of his studies, and I'm coming from a
Yeah.
Western tradition with a deep level of study. So the
Yes.
validation and the friendship that we have, the three of us,
Great.
it's zodiacal. It's bigger than the three of us, isn't it?
divinely planned and soul tribe. Simple term is like soul tribe. No one can understand
No,
you better.
I don't understand me. One of my famous
Yeah.
sayings is that I have on my Facebook is
Yeah.
you can be a philosopher or you can be
Yeah.
happily married. You can't do both. And then I have a little while, a little bit down there, a little more. I say, why, yes, I do get on my own
Yeah.
nerves. I do. I do get on my own nerves. When you're a philosopher, you speak. You're not a poet. A poet is not a
Yeah.
philosopher, and a philosopher is not a poet. They're just two different people
Yes.
entirely. And for theater, they're like, oh, this philosopher speaks poetry.
Yeah.
No philosopher speaks poetry. The only person
Okay.
that is a philosopher speaking poetry is because he's speaking
Yeah.
in code. Because
Yeah.
philosophers don't have time. They're thinking, they're observing.
Exactly.
They don't have time for your
Yeah.
feelings. They're like, no, this is happening. I know it hurts your feelings, but look, do 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 do. So,
Yeah.
farm eggs. Yeah,
Yeah.
very good. Partha's in the chat and just dropping his gems. All right, guys. Angel,
Okay. Yeah.
what are your thoughts? What are you thinking?
But actually, I was thinking that Partha has done office meetings non-stop, without any break and without any food, like from the morning until I think midnight today. So thank you, Partha, for joining. If you are, watching a live.
He is.
And did Mr. David type the word DNA in our live chat today, Charles?
Yes.
DNA. So what a synchronicity. I'm just sharing 1 second. See what are my videos. My new web series on DNA is on DNA activation.
Holy cow. 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Troy, what
So
do you
I have
think?
been working.
Let me ask.
All visionary. So I want to add that guys, please watch visionary plexus, activate and purify all those who believe in this stuff. Otherwise you can avoid it. Visionary plexus, galactic plexus, and forgiving plexus, and earth plexus. The first three is in connection to your uh, ancestral lineage healing. So please go through these 2 or 3 videos if you have time. So this is also a synchronicity.
Absolutely, it's a
I
synchronicity.
was forgetting to add the video,
Very
the
good.
DNA series of mine that I have did recently. But David just reminded me about this DNA. So thank you very much, David.
David and Troy McDavid. Troy McDavid. That's the David that you're talking about. Troy McDavid. Yes, that's the
Okay, Troy. Yes, yes, yes.
That's the
He was searching
synchronicity.
for my channel actually. Huh? He was searching for my channel
I'll be dadgum.
um,
Troy, you're
today.
you're becoming
Yeah,
legend already.
yeah.
Um, wow. All right. Uh, any other thoughts? Any other feelings that you have, Angel?
A simple thing is that uh, I'm feeling kind of a blank right now. I think we need to first balance ourselves, and we need to cross our fingers definitely. And at this moment, we just can pray, and we are not sure. We are sure about the dates, and we are sure that something's gonna happen. But to what extent it will affect us, we don't know.
That's right.
And when the effects are going to show, that's also we are not sure. But we must continue our work, and that is to live in peace and unity with everyone. And we must balance ourselves, and as souls I believe that nothing can happen to us, and
Right.
we will survive this, and we will make a new day. We will create a new Eden.
Fundamentally, that is the fundamental point. That's why
Yeah.
we can't be in a cycle of doubt. But also we don't have to scramble to do anything. We've done that, and
Yeah.
and we understand that that's pretty much going to be fruitless. But I still have
Yes.
my 120 bottles of wine, just in case. But
Okay.
but fundamentally, we have to understand to trust the plan.
Yes.
And those of us that are curious, this channel was created not by me, but by something that was implanted in me, so that those of us that are curious can come talk about what is happening, and that we are, I don't want to say authenticated by the Q, but we were predicted by the Q. All right,
Yes.
I can comfortably say that the Q predicted this channel. Breadcrumbs is a big word at the end of the map. And again, I understand the coming events. You understand the coming events. Uh, um, and um, Partha clearly can read the coming events. Okay, that's the one guy who can read the stars and understand the Indus past. Um, Before we wrap this up, let's touch on the Indus and Hindu past. Um,
Yeah.
Give a brief history that helps us begin the conversation of how old the Indus uh, people are. What does that say to the Indian people?
Yeah. So I cannot give you the exact timeline because there are, difference of opinions. But I think it is the most ancient. It's the most ancient, I feel. And the main points are that forgiveness, universal love, creating balance, and global unity. And yeah, that's it. And one more important point is that agriculture, connection with the nature.
Wow. And everybody feels
Like,
it. I mean, this is not nonsensical. Everybody has that feeling. Uh,
obviously, always connected to your roots. That what's been taught.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. Whew. Oh, thank you so much, Angel. And Troy McDavid has gotten your channel, and he is the DNA person. He is very,
Yeah.
very curious, and he'll be watching
Yeah.
your videos for the next couple of hours. So you're gonna watch your count click go up.
Yeah.
And guys, when you do go
Yeah.
visit and see the videos, please give Angel Hope a thumbs up each and every time that you see a video, and leave a nice comment, because we work hard to put these things together. It's exhausting. It's
Yeah.
exhausting, and
Yes.
you really put yourself out there. And
Yeah.
one of the things that kind of breaks your heart is like, look, I'm putting stuff out there. Nobody's watching when I'm doing this, but
Sometimes I feel.
yeah,
Right. Right.
but you keep doing it. And you don't know why. One days you're like, why am I doing this? But something drives you. The third eye says, you must post this. You must do this work.
I
You
can't
have
stop.
you can't stop, and you're like a Picasso, and you're
Yeah.
like the artist,
Yeah.
and you understand that connectivity, and
Yeah.
now, Angel, hundreds
Yeah.
of people are going to come watch your videos, because you have the answers that they didn't know they were looking for, and you. Uh,
I hope so.
Yeah, no, I can see it happening. I'm looking at the comment thread, and
Yeah.
a lot of lights are going off. So this is not the last time we're talking to Angel.
Yeah.
This is an ongoing conversation. This is an ongoing thesis. We have to get this
Yeah.
small stuff so that when we talk to the master, he can talk at his
Yeah.
master level and doesn't have to do the small talk chit chat, or what we call in the military the training. We can do the training, you
Yes.
and I, at the levels that we understand, and then we can get overwhelmed when the master comes in and.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
All right. So unfortunately, I always keep saying I've recorded this conversation. I'm going to upload to the channel. I've got 5
Yeah.
videos that I need to upload, but I
Okay.
can't because I'm always live or working, eating or sleeping.
Oh.
So, yeah, or having to learn new tech or troubleshooting, as a lot of people have been
Yes.
seeing. So, I
Yeah.
have more microphones. I don't even know what microphone is on usually. So,
Yeah.
thank you so much, Angel. We'll be in touch
Thank you indeed. Thank you indeed, and my pleasure.
and we'll be in touch in
Thank you
Messenger a
very
whole
much.
lot.
Namaste. Yeah.
Namaste. Namaste.
Namaste.
All right, guys.
Namaste.
All right. So yeah, all you have to do is look outside, and you absolutely know something's not right. And um, all you have to do is look at the sun. It's not the same sun that you grew up with, or that you know. So, is there a different feel in the Breadcrumbs project right now? Yeah, yeah, there is. I have very intelligent people that I'm talking to, and we have to really allow the environment for learning to happen. If it gets boring, if it gets dull, that's fine. You don't have to be here. But there are a lot of people that are coming seeking knowledge, and I'm not doing anything to build this community. People are coming to this community and bringing their knowledge. Troy being one of them. Hey everybody, I haven't been into the chat until my attention is called over there. Um, so yeah, there's a different feel right now. We're very serious. Uh, there's a little bit of levity that needs to be pulled back so that the conversations can really take place that need to take place for those that really need to hear what we have to say. Who needs to hear what we have to say? Well, a lot of people from the queue are coming over here because we we have the answers, hopefully some of the answers that the queue is looking for, and the queue predicted us. So um, this is the end of the queue map. This is the start is in the upper left hand corner, and the bottom right hand corner is where we are. Breadcrumbs. That's me. That's me. Usually you say follow the money. So when you're saying follow the breadcrumbs, or breadcrumbs, in today's lingo, no one says follow the breadcrumbs because it sounds very self-effacing. It sounds very, oh, how pathetic. Breadcrumbs has a bad symbology in the West. So you follow the money. You follow the money. That's what you do in the West. Where you want answers, just follow the money. You want the truth, you follow the breadcrumbs. Um, Wayne, can we repost Angel's email? Angel, I know you're probably still on the thread. Can you post your email? And thanks, Realist, for posting my email address. Yeah, if you have anything to send, if we don't get Angel to post her email address, then actually uh, yeah, I'll let her do it. If not, just send it to me, Wayne, and I'll forward um, Angel's email address. Yeah. Mazisishi, thank you. Yes, Q has a lot of mathematical programming symbologies and naming conventions that are very, very interesting when you look at the Q. Q is also physics of gravity. CZ Sishi, you are dropping a lot of beautiful truth bombs. Thank you for that. Sorry, just clearing something out of the screen. All right. It is just about 5 o'clock, and so this is the one time that I have to go take a walk. So just let me, reiterate: we are in the end of the map. Okay, the name of the Breadcrumbs project. Breadcrumbs is at the end of the map, and the thing that gets me so excited is this right here. Um, this is from the Great Awakening. This is all we are doing for the next. I don't know how long we have. Partha has an idea. But forever how long we have, we're going to be talking about this. This is from the Q Great Awakening. All of this makes sense to me, and so I hope to bring clarity to anybody that's in the queue, who's coming over here just to, pick up the pieces, find community, and continue our own journey, because now we are on our own. The queue has finished. I don't know, is the queue leaving? I don't know, but the sun is getting hotter and brighter. It's traveling further north, and like Partha says, when the sun is aligned north, that's when something's going to really happen. So Sandra is actively involved in the queue. She's Miss Scott 66, and so we have an excellent group of mods taking care of the room, and Troy, I'm talking about. So what we're looking at right now, this is what we call the in this group, this is the Great Awakening map. We call this the Great Awakening map, and then this this is the Q map, from what I understand. I may be wrong. I don't know anything about the Q. All I know is that that black and white area I understand perfectly. The rest of it I have no clue. All right, guys. I got to go take a walk. I got to go decompress for a little while. I will be back um, for the 5 o'clock Eastern show. I'm probably not going to be too much in the chat today. I got to decompress a little bit, and then be back for the 5 p.m. Show, which is 7 o'clock my time. It's 5 a.m. I'm sorry, 5 a.m. 5 a.m. 5 a.m. Eastern is when I'll be back on, and it's 2 hours from now. All right, guys. I will talk to y'all a little bit later. Please remember, be kind to yourself, be kind to everybody in this chat room. Please learn the methods of meditation. The Q felt it was very important for us to know that. And so we bring you all the information that you need to know, Q members. Peace. Think good thoughts, do good deeds, and say good things. Test. 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 All right, guys, we're back. No bumper music or anything like that. Yeah, it's amazing what a reboot will do for a computer. And this guy's been working its tail off. All right, so I really wasn't saying much of anything. It's just pretty amazing where we are right now and what's happening. I have, let's see. So in northern Spain, again, we usually run about 18, 19 degrees tops during the summer. We really don't ever go into the 20s. I've mostly worn long pants during the summer unless I'm exercising or hanging around at home. It's really cool weather here. So the temperature today got up to 30, and the real feel, I mean, in the current weather, the current temperature is 28, but it got up to 30. Again, that is brutal for here, and it's going to stay hot here for a while as the sun goes down, because the sun stays up a lot longer than normal. All of this stuff has been compensated for in the system. Actually, if you go to MSNBC or the Weather Channel, they have the temperature at like 25, way off, way off. It's not the real feel. I mean, I can just feel something is just way off in the temperatures. So yeah, it's nuts, absolutely nuts. Hey everybody. Hello, Tabitha. Thank you again for that very kind donation. Look, yeah, I'm a little more somber than before because the reality of what's occurring is hitting me, and oh God, we've got to go to the other live stream. Crap, we're going to the other live stream, guys. Breaking this down and going to the other one. Sorry, it's been a crazy day.